Well, I'm finally on the road again, folks. After sitting at the Flying J truck stop in Kenley for around about 42 hours, finally got a load out of Virginia Beach in Virginia, which is over where the Atlantic Naval Seaport is. Big Navy base and very big Army area as well over there. So I'm heading up the I-95 to Emporia and then going to turn and head east out to Virginia Beach. Apparently the beaches there are pretty darn nice as well, so if I get there early enough this afternoon, it's still nice and warm, I think I might go for a swim. I've never seen the Atlantic Ocean, never been near it, so to go and actually have a swim in it will be pretty darn cool, I think. Yeah, I've been to the Pacific Ocean, Timor Sea, the Bering Sea, up in Alaska, but besides that I haven't been to many oceans, so to get to see the Atlantic, the North Atlantic, is going to be pretty darn cool, I think. I honestly thought that traffic jams would be the last thing I'd have to be putting up with this afternoon. But this is amazing. We're just going through the town of Norfolk, which is pretty famous for its shipbuilding yards, and heading over to Virginia Beach. And yeah, rush hour traffic, everyone on their way home, out to the suburbs, I guess, and pretty hectic. Well, good morning again, everybody. Here I am in Virginia Beach at a place called Aetna Insulated Cable Company. I've got two big reels of insulated electrical cable to pick up for a place in Edmonton, Alberta. So it'll be my first time going to Edmonton as well. So that's one of the big reels, one of the big spools of cable I'm picking up. I got two of those. I was a bit disappointed that when I got here last night I got a little bit lost, so I lost about an hour's time. So I wanted to actually go down to the beach itself at Virginia Beach, but didn't get a chance, unfortunately. Didn't get to see the Atlantic Ocean, but I'm hoping today to get to see it, because there's actually a huge tunnel that goes under the ocean up from Virginia up to Delaware and Maryland, north of here, and I'm hoping to actually get to drive through the tunnel, and when I get out the other side I'm going to have a great view of the Atlantic Ocean. So unfortunately I probably won't get a chance to stop and dip my toes in. So well, I'm all loaded up, absolute mongrel load to tarp, one of the worst I've ever had to do, and we're heading through the tunnel, folks. Going to go pay the toll and take the shortcut so we can get to Pennsylvania on time. Apparently this tunnel's about 7 kilometres long, so that's pretty cool, and it's one of the lowest points. It goes something like 33 feet below sea level, below the water. So it's, I haven't been through a tunnel since last time I went through the one in Sydney. So this will be something different for me. Welcome to the east coast of America, guys. This is the Atlantic Ocean. Wow, look at all the ships out there lined up to get into port. That's pretty cool. That's what the GPS is showing. Water, water, and water, more water. At the moment we're actually going over these big long bridges, and the bridges are long enough, go for quite a few miles, and then apparently we go down into a tunnel. As I said the other day, or yesterday, it was Norfolk's the Atlantic Fleet Naval Base for the US Navy, and it looks like a missile destroyer, or I don't know my ships that well, but heading out to sea there. And yeah, it's a pity I'm not going to get a chance to go for a swim in the Atlantic, because I've always wanted to. Only about half a mile until we get to the tunnel. I'm a bit worried actually, because it's saying that the clearance inside the tunnel is 13'6", and I know that the top of my stacks are 13'2", so I'm only going to have 4 inches clearance between the roof of the bloody tunnel and the top of my truck. So I'm a bit worried. I hope I don't hit any bumps and go bouncing. So yeah, here we go, folks, into the tunnel. Quite a steep little descent, but then again I suppose to go 33 feet under the water, has to be. Man, that roof looks close when I look in the bloody mirror, I tell you. Oh well, the ride was over all too soon. But at least we made it through safely. Oh well, I didn't realise we've actually got 2 tunnels to go through, or maybe out there over the Atlantic. Well, I had to actually just stop and pull up on the bridge, which you're not supposed to do. It's like an emergency stopping area, but it wasn't an emergency. My bloody tarp straps all came loose because they only hold their tarps on with bungee cords over here, and sometimes they break, which they did, and so I had to get out and bloody put more bungees on. Anyway, we'll keep on moving. Just about to go across a very unusual bridge. I've seen photographs of these bridges before in the past. I've never seen one in real life, and certainly never got to drive over one. So they're like a suspension bridge. They have two like massive big poles in the middle with all the cables coming down straight off into the middle. So this will be my first time ever driving across one of these kinds of bridges. Certainly very different to look at from a distance. Look like two huge big sails on a sailing ship or something. See all the cables there.